Are y'all ready for a loaf that's easy on your pocketbook and your digestion? Hey Waxers, tonight I am attempting my first vegan meat loaf instead of meatloaf. This is 1.5 cups of dry organic red lentils, which I buy at natural grocers for a very affordable price. And what I've done is I've just sorted through them, made sure there weren't any rocks, gave them a good rinse. And then here I've got, oh, that's really steamy. Here I've got 4.5 cups of water, and instead of using stock, I just cut up one onion in half, threw in a couple of ribs of celery, or at least just the leaves, 2 bay leaves, and 1 carrot. So I'm going to give that a good stir, and then I'm going to let it simmer until the lentils are done. I'll probably add a little bit of salt to this as well. I probably should turn off the camera to do that. So, see you in a sec. So we have let our lentils simmer for about 20 to 25 minutes. I went ahead and took out the onion, the celery leaves, the bay leaves, and the carrot. And now we're just left with a mushy batch of lentils. So what we're going to do is thicken it up. And what I'm using is some brown rice breadcrumbs and some Parma. I've probably got about a 1/4 cup of the Parma, maybe a little bit more, and a little over a 1/4 cup of the brown rice breadcrumbs. Parma is just a very nutrient-dense vegan type Parmesan seasoning. It's got ground walnuts, some hemp seed, some organic spices, and some nutritional yeast, which is really good for like adding a slightly cheesy flavor to any dish. I'm also going to throw in a bag of already cooked frozen rice. This is organic basmati rice. You can use brown rice, you can use quinoa, you can use 2 potatoes if you've got potatoes laying around. That's what I would have loved to have used, but I'm just using what I have on hand. So I'm going to go ahead and add all of that to the mixture, and then we'll be back. So now we're on to step 3, which is cooking our onion mixture. And I'm probably going to use probably 1.5 tablespoons of Dr. Bronner's coconut oil. Melt it in the Dutch oven at a medium to medium high heat. And then I'm going to add 1.5 chopped organic onion, 1 tablespoon of fresh pressed garlic, 2 stalks of chopped celery, my dried seasoning, which is probably 1 tablespoon, maybe a bit more, of dried thyme, oregano, paprika, and some 21 seasoning salute. I also added some salt and pepper. And then I've also got some fresh Italian parsley. After I have sauteed the onions, I'm going to, right at the end, I'm going to add some vegan Worcestershire sauce. And then once that mixture is cooled off, we are going to add it to our cooled off lentil and rice mixture. I'm just reusing the salad container until I'm ready to cook it. So use whatever you like. All right. Okay, so I have added 1.5 tablespoons of coconut oil, and it is ready to go. So we're going to drop our onions. We are going to drop our garlic. Now we're going to drop our celery. And our dried seasoning. You don't want to over-stir your onions because you do want them to get golden brown. So don't mess with them too much. Let them cook and sort of get brown. It's starting to smell nice. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and open up my Worcestershire sauce. Try not to shake the camera too much. Give it one more stir. Okay. Whoa. I was not prepared for it to pour out that fast. So when I said 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire, if this ends up turning out good, that was definitely about 2 to 3 tablespoons. So hopefully I didn't overdo it, but I don't think I did. And it actually looks really good. It smells awesome. Yeah, they look awesome, and my heat that I'm using is almost at a high heat. I'm at a medium-high. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off. Go ahead and give it one last final stir. And I'm actually glad that I overdid the Worcestershire sauce because it smells really, really good. Okay, so we're going to let that cool off, and we're going to go ahead and add it to our cooled off lentil rice mixture. So now that the onions have cooled off and I've transferred everything to the same place and mushed everything up with my gloves, I went ahead and bought a loaf pan at Ross. This was $5. So I also lined it with some parchment paper. You'll notice that there are 2 ends sticking out, and that's just to make it really easy to transfer the loaf from the pan onto a cutting board and let it cool off, and then we're going to slice it. I did double up on the glaze, so I know I said 1/4 cup of organic ketchup with about a teaspoon of sriracha. Go ahead and double that and make it 1/2 cup to a teaspoon and a half of sriracha. I'm going to bake this now at 350 for an hour, and then I'll be back. So this is our finished product. I'm not showing you the other end because I sliced it a little bit too soon. I was very impatient and didn't wait for it to cool off, and I screwed it up. You really have to let this loaf cool off before you slice it. So this was the finished product. Here is the garnished slice. It's really delicious. I was very happy with this. If you're not a huge fan of onions, you might want to take it down to 1 onion, but I liked it. I think it was really good. And I think this will make a delicious sandwich tomorrow. So yeah, I'm happy.